Hello guys, back again for another episode. Let's just get into it. Let's talk to these people. Let's get on the train for 8 hours, as they said. Maybe we'll find something interesting around here, who knows. Maybe find some interesting information. Seems like the orbital bike's running just fine. I guess pulling yet another all-nighter was worth it after all. Now to write that report for the Institute of Technology. Might as well bang that out while I'm in a good mood. Alright, let's have something sweet and get going on this report. Oh yeah, let me know if you want to take a look at your Arcus too. Look, I totally understand. I really want some damn gummy worms right now. I love sour shit. Sour sweet shit. The sour worms is just the fucking best. Can't get better than that shit. Yo, Jellica, how about taking me for a ride next? I think I can squeeze you in. Of course, Toa and all the lovely ladies who asked me earlier take priority, though. Wouldn't expect any less from you. Alright, we get it. She's lesbi. Yo, you getting ready to take off for your next field study? I heard you're headed out pretty far this time, but just think of it as your chance to go wild. I will. I'm going crazy. It's pink. I like the color. I just got back from my morning ride. You gave me some good feedback, Reen. It's all tuned up and smoother than ever. Much appreciated. I'm glad I could help out. Riding that thing seems like a great way to clear your head. Riding through the Nord Highlands on a still horse like that would be incredible. After everything you've told me, I hope I get the chance to visit. The idea of a place practically overflowing with nature definitely piques my interest. I can't even imagine how good it feels to ride across the highlands. They're not that far from Ruhr either, so maybe I'll actually get the chance to try. Yeah, it'll probably be pretty cool, but I mean, there won't be like roads and everything, so it could be dangerous and your bike might flip over and shit. Alright, let's check out this courtyard. Aw, poor Makarov. Leave it to Min to get every question on her exam right and still get a 0. She's just had to answer in the wrong section. I'm not allowed to pass her with a grade like that. I'm not totally cruel though. I did manage to salvage half of her score. She'll just have to make up the rest with volunteer work. It's a cool joke that the school put me in charge of watching over her since she starts working at the crack of dawn. What did I do to deserve this? Actually, the exact same thing happened to me when I was in the Institute of Science. Tree, meet apple. I like him, he's so chill. I can't think of anything worse than being stuck cleaning this early in the morning. Stay calm, Min. Just think of the credits and get through this. Still can't believe I messed up my orbital science exam so badly. I brought shame upon Uncle Makarov. Don't worry, he's totally fine. There's so much sweeping animation in this game. So much sweeping. I don't do this much sweeping in real life, guys. Like, every, once in a blue moon. V's leaving on another field trip study today, isn't she? She's been trying to hide it, but I can tell that she's had a lot on her mind lately. Please try and help her through whatever is troubling her. V seems to have a lot on her mind lately. Please try to help her through whatever is troubling her. Yeah, they've been talking about that shit for a while now. And maybe, I'm guessing the Jaegers did something to Laura's fam at some point. I'm just guessing, I don't know. Oh my god. So will they, won't they couple? Patrick was clearly holding back. Oh no, it's Alan. Patrick was clearly holding back in our last match, and he still completely overwhelmed me. But I won't lose to him next time. I'm not the weakling I once was. Maybe I was too harsh to Bridget the other day. There's no point in dwelling on it now, though. I've got practice to focus on. No, he was being a bitch, so it's... Actually, maybe you should have, yelled. Well, I guess because... Yeah, it's actually partially her fault, too, because she should have, interceded long ago. Instead of letting that shit, get worse and worse. Look and be amazed. You won't believe your eyes. Ferris actually showed up for morning practice. Now that she's here, I'm gonna work her extra hard. Okay, Ferris, you better listen and listen good if you want any chance of taking Alyssa down. Well, why are you encouraging this? This is the only time to make her work hard. All that competition. Ferris? I never expected to see you here this early in the morning. You've bested me in both sprinting and our midterm exams. I am a Florald. We are renowned for our myriad academic and athletic achievements. I will not let this stand. Every moment you are away on your field study, I'll be restoring things to their natural order. Oh, well, good luck then. Alyssa's got it rough. I've heard tell that you've been coming to morning practice for quite some time now. But as of today, all of your attempts to outdo me will be for naught. I wasn't trying to outdo you, it's just kind of happened. Lambert's told me a lot about the Nord Highlands. They're pretty far away, right? Well, regardless, good luck over there. If you get sick, you better not try to use it as an excuse to slack off when you get back. That goes without saying. I hope that you will not neglect the horses during my absence either. That goes without saying, too. I can't tell if they get along or not. That's just useless being useless. Anyway, good luck out there. When you get back, my newfound horse riding skills will blow your mind. Having visited the Nord Highlands once before, I can confirm that it lives up to its lofty reputation. I'm truly jealous that you get to visit such a magnificent place. If only I could join you all. I'm confident that your trip will have a positive impact on your equestrian activities. Be sure to absorb all that you see during your time there. I'll take it under an advertisement. Oh, advisement. The Nord Highlands are quite a ways away, aren't they? You'll be in for a rather lengthy journey. Not only that, but you'll be facing an entirely different climate. You need to take care in such unfamiliar conditions. I hear the climate in Nord Highlands comes from the increased elevation. Take extra care while you're out there. Ooh, Neidhart, being all sexy. Do not forget that the Nord Highlands are disputed territory. Both Erebonia and Calvert claimed them as their own. Things have been calmer of late, but the fact remains that this field study takes place on foreign soil. You must take that into consideration with every action you take. Speaking of politics, a famous general resides at Zindergate, which rests on the border. Be sure to conduct yourself appropriately. Will do, sir. I've already informed Zindergate of your arrival. You have a long trip ahead of you. Be sure to arrive at the station early so as not to miss your train. How? How did Class 7 manage to come in first? Now, you listen here. Don't you start getting arrogant just because you outscored Class 1 once. That's you. That's you projecting. Don't you start getting arrogant just because you outscored Class 1 once. Besides, with Class 7's dubious pedigree, this must be a fluke. There must be some explanation. Grumble, grumble. Jesus Christ, this whole pedigree shit, that shit never made sense to me. Because just because your mom or dad was good at a thing does not mean that genetically you will be good at that thing. Like, that's just something you need to learn. I guess the thing is, genetics is so random that it doesn't have to be the case for your child, and it doesn't mean that no one else can also be equally good at it who's not in your family. Such is the way of genetics. Oh no! Now there's paper everywhere! How do you menace this every damn time? Those two really do get along, don't they? Just listening to them has cleared away my morning blues. Mint was told to do some volunteer work to make up for her exam results. Having been raised in a strict noble household, there are times when I wish I were able to act as carefree as she does. No, you don't want to. Like, I like how she just constantly just enjoys their interactions, but like, Makarov is horrified, is just upset all the time, but not really upset. Thor's board of directors is comprised of 1 chairman and 3 directors. While they each have their own individual positions and views, they are all directly involved in the Academy's administration. I wasn't aware that Rufus was one of the directors. Who would the chairman and other 2 directors happen to be? I could tell you now, but I'm sure you'll have the opportunity to meet them in due time. You dodged that one well. Well, the thing is, why the fuck is that a secret? Like, that should just be in the fucking program. You should be able to look that shit up on the internet, be like, okay, these are the directors. Like, that shouldn't be a hidden fact. I'm sure we all could just look this up. Like, unless the school this is their deep, dark secret that no one can find out. Or only the adults know for some reason. I don't understand. It's weird, guys. Alright, let's see what they're gonna say to me. So you're headed to the Nord Highlands, huh? That'll be a doozy of a trip, considering you'll have to travel quite a ways north and then cross the border. Stay safe, guys. I hear your dorm just got a new caretaker, a maid just like I used to be. I've heard she's great at cooking too. Well, if she thinks she can show me up, she's got another thing coming. Think coming? Order anything you want. I'll show you just how well I can cook. She's already outdone you. She could make something other than fucking tomato sandwiches. Holy shit. Alright. I've heard your new caretaker is amazing at cooking. If it's a competition she wants, then it's a competition she'll get. I don't know if she wants competition. I don't know if she's... Regardless of whether you can cook better or not, she's still our maid, and her food, by the way, will be free, whereas we have to go in and pay for your food. So, just by default, she wins. The people of Nort supposedly make some very distinctive cuisine. I wanted to study it myself at one point, but I couldn't get my hands on the right ingredients. Just this once, I wish I could go with you. Oh my god. I sure hope this means I'm gonna get a new fucking recipe and peculiar recipes and shit to show people. The people of Nord supposedly make some very distinctive cuisine. Eat some good stuff for me. I will. I wonder if you actually do have to eat food to learn shit, to learn the recipes. Because it's not like they show an animation, you just pick it off the menu and then you eat it, so. Oh, one person, it's probably Toa. She's always up doing shit. Your field studies today has taken you to Gaius' hometown, right? But isn't that really far away? Indeed, it takes half a day just to reach the station closest to the highlands. We'll be arriving there this evening, and then we'll be traveling even farther from there. We might end up spending the whole day just in transit. Wow, this month's field study is no joke. Not that that's unusual. Either way, it's pretty exciting that this is the first time you get to go abroad as part of your curriculum. Just be sure to act like a proper Erebonian gentleman should. Understood. Hee fantastic. Good luck, everyone. I'll be cheering you all on from here. Oh, and praying to Adios that you all make it back safe and sound. She's so pleasant and nice. There's so many pleasant people around here. I'm vomiting. I'm vomiting so hard. I can't handle it. Bet there's no one up here as usual. Patrick's probably like still getting his hair done. Like what? Like he doesn't even have a fancy hairstyle. Like you literally just get a comb and part your hair. Like what the hell? And then get a little curly iron, put a little flip in it at the bottom. That's all he did. You don't need to go to a fucking salon for that shit. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy going on. Oh, Professor Thomas. And there's the lady, the student that wants to be a nun. Oh, hello there. Honestly, that instructor Thomas, he seems to have spent the entire night doing research. The library is quite a mess as a result, so I need to assist him in cleaning it all up. I'm glad I woke up early and came along to the academy. What in the world was Instructor Thomas researching, though? I don't know, how to win Nightheart's heart? This month's field study is taking you to the Nortlands and Byronia Island. Is it too late for me to join Class 7? Both locations are home to ruins from the ancient Neolithic civilization. Just think of all the unsolved mysteries. One theory connects them to the Dark Ages, while another suggests that they might be related to the founding of the Empire. Oh, this is all so fascinating. Just sit back, relax, and let me enlighten you on everything I've ever heard about them. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we're really pressed for time. As in, we need to get going right now. See you! Hopefully we can hear all about them next time. Oh my gosh. Please make fucking YouTube videos, Thomas. I would sit down. I love watching like hour-long videos where I'm just getting information about shit that I don't know about. I love shit like that. Thomas, I don't know what you sound like. I think maybe I heard you one time in this, but I already forgot. But I don't think I've disliked anyone's voice, so I'm pretty sure that I would watch your channel hardcore. You already got 1 subscriber. Is there a word that means envy, but about 1 billion times bigger? Because that's the way I feel right now. I wonder if Instructor Sarah wouldn't mind taking me on as her teaching assistant for a little while. It looks like he's been up all night researching. How does he still have this much energy? That's what being in love with like fucking researching and like if it's a thing you truly like to do. Like kind of like how I can stay up all night trying to write my fucking stories. Like just because I love doing that shit, it doesn't take too much energy. It is work technically, but it doesn't feel like work when you're doing it. And you kind of wish you had more time for it. Like, suddenly the hours just fucking disappeared. Now you gotta go back to fucking work. Yep, I'm pretty much anywhere. It's time to go to the Trista station. Yes. Of course. Let's do this. This is far less tension here right now. Oh, Reem. You're ready to depart too, I see. Yeah, we're about to leave. Wow, they're not even talking. Don't you still need to purchase your tickets? Oh yeah, you're right. It looks like we'll be traveling together as far as Heimdall this time. Very well. Let's stop dallying and buy them already. I'm about to say dilly-dallying. I guess you could say dallying if you want to be weird about it. I want to actually talk to... You know what? I never actually sit down and talk to everybody before I get the tickets. Oh yeah, this is the first time we've been in the same group, isn't it, Fee? This should be fun, I guess. Don't know if I can say that about everyone, though. Things don't seem to be too bright for the other group. Good luck, Fee. It seems like this month's gonna be a struggle, too. We'll get by somehow, though. Just focus on yourselves. Don't worry about us. Will do. Thanks, Elliot. Aren't you going to buy your tickets? Now I'm hungry. Just leave Group B to me. I know I was kind of a pain in the ass before, and I caused everyone a lot of trouble, so I want to make up for it by keeping everything moving along smoothly this time. Just so long as you don't forget to fulfill your duties as your class's vice president. Now see here, who wouldn't make you the boss? Easy there, Machias. I trust you to take care of things. At any rate, I'll make every effort to ensure things don't get too heated between them. That's the least I can do to apologize for the trouble I caused during our previous field studies. I mean, sure, do what you want, man. We also received packed lunches from Sharon. The time has come to witness the skill of your household maid, Alyssa. Right. Well, at least with Sharon, you can expect quality. Reaching Baronia Island will be quite a lengthy journey, no doubt. But we have these lunches, so I think the trip at least has the potential to be an enjoyable one. They seem to have tension between them, but they're not like outright fighting each other like Machias and Eustace. Good morning, Class 7. I hear Group A is heading all the way out to Nord Highlands this month. You heard right. We'll need to change trains twice. First in Heimdall, then in Ruhr, right? Correct. From Ruhr, you'll need to transfer to a freight line for the last leg of your journey. Regrettably, we can't handle that part of your trip here. Actually, it seems arrangements have already been made for that segment. You should only need to buy tickets for as far as Ruhr. Ah, that won't be a problem then. Do you want them right now? Why is there an option? Like, buy the fucking tickets. Certainly. Okay, that's 5 passengers bound for Ruhr. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. The footsteps sound weird. Passenger service bound for Heimdall now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. Huh, I'd say we timed that pretty well. Hehe, impeccable timing. True. Seems there's a 2-woman cold front blowing your way. Well, don't worry about us. We'll see what we can do to thaw them out. Yeah, just don't expect them to be weaving each other's flower crowns when we get back, okay? Alright, we'll leave them to you then. Flower crowns? The fuck? Do they look like flower crown ladies? Good luck. Wow, these sandwiches really hit the spot. Ham, lettuce, and cheese, and I'm getting a hint of pickle in there too. The ingredients are simple enough, but the way they come together is something special. And the butter tastes different from what I'm used to. And this tea is equally perfect. The zest of the lemon complements the taste perfectly. You have quite the maid looking after you. Well, mother hires her, not me. She's a talented maid though, I won't deny that. She handles the typical housework and greeting guests as you'd expect, but she also manages mother's schedule. Wow. Managing the company's chairman's schedule doesn't really sound like part of the typical maid's job description. She really is that talented though, which is why I can't work out why my mother sent her to look after me. Those two are up to something, I just know it. Regardless, there are definitely perks to having her around. I think you should accept your mother's kindness. I agree, she must have started working before sunrise to prepare all of this for us. I know. Anyway, look at those two. So we're headed to Baronia Island this time. All I know is that it is the host of some sort of ancient ruins. I'm not certain what to expect. Come to think of it, this will be the first time I've had a chance to see the ocean. What about you two? Now that you mention it, I've never seen it either. I have. Oh, really? Doing a landing operation in the core. Oh, speaking of ruins, the Gram has some fairly well-known ruins, doesn't it, Laura? Oh yeah, the Saint's Castle or something like that. You must be referring to Logan Castle. It's a magnificent stronghold that faces out into the lake. You can see it from the town itself. It's quite beautiful on the days when the mist clears. Oh wow, it sounds like a sight worth seeing. Seems like you'd be in trouble if a skilled sniper set himself up there. Doesn't sound like they're getting along very well. I feared as much. I doubt Fee is doing it on purpose. Laura seems uncharacteristically offended by it too. Yeah, she's usually so composed. Something about Fee seems to be getting under her skin. I don't know how you can tell they're not getting along from that distance and they're just talking. Maybe they can hear their tones of voice. Okay, we don't have to do this whole thing. Oh, we do have to stop? Okay. Yeah, I think we've been here before. And then we just switch into a different train. I like how this game really thought about like where things are and how transportation works. It never ceases to amaze me just how big Heimdall Station is. I've heard it said that it's not merely the largest station in Erebonia, but on the entire continent. I'm unaware of another station that can match the 10 tracks found here. When I first transferred lines here on the way to Trista, the amount of people I saw really threw me for a loop. But it's not surprising that there aren't as many folks around this early in the morning. Sorry, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Hang on, you can't give up already. How hopeless. Well, don't worry about it too much. The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. I suppose you're right. We'll try and keep things from getting too dangerous at least. What? Anyway, this is where we split up. If you're traveling towards Ordis, you'll be heading west, right? Indeed. Meanwhile, Group A will need to travel northeast to Ruhr first. I'm so jealous you get to visit Gaius' homeland. You'd better tell us all about it when you get back. Will do. Take care, everyone. Fee, Lara, you both take care too. Well, see you all next week. Quite. Okay. Voice acted part randomly.
Is something on your mind, Elise?
Oh, it's Elise. That's her sister, Reen's sister.
Has some rugged, handsome young man caught your eye? Like your brother, perhaps?
Please, Your Highness. I just thought I saw someone I recognized. But it couldn't possibly have been him. I can't imagine what would bring him to the capital this early in the morning.
Someone you recognized? I wonder.
I don't know why you would describe someone's brother like that to the sisters. Kind of awkward.
But I knew you wouldn't deny it.
But I guess he was adopted, wasn't he? So he might not actually be related to her.
That your brother is handsome, I mean.
Please. I knew that I shouldn't have told you about him.
Oh, come now, I'm only teasing. There's no need to sulk. I'll give you a little something from Mariage Cross to make up for it.
Oh, this is supposed to be another love interest,
But
huh?
that's an adult lingerie brand. Please excuse us, Captain Claire.
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't sullied your ears with our scandalous conversation.
Not at all, Your Highness. I came to inform you that the special train to the Imperial Villa will be arriving shortly. I look forward to accompanying you today.
It'll be a pleasure to have you with us.
I like how she's lovely girl,
Certainly.
but we've said her name a few times. Or at least her title. So she's more than just lovely girl. I feel like we've seen this scene 5 million times. Damn. We're on a train. I get it. We're moving through forest. Oh, back to the usual song. Oh my god, they were using character models. Alright, let me tell you a bit more about the Nord Highlands. The Nord Highlands are a mountainous region to the northeast of Erebonia. To get there, we'll need to cross the Isengard Range. That's the mountain range to the north of Ruhr. I'm guessing we'll need to pass through quite a few tunnels to get to the other side. Pretty much. I went through several when I was originally traveling to Trista. Anyway, when you reach the other side, you'll be in the Nord Highlands, surrounded on every side by mountains. Other than the Imperial Army's bases, the only place we'll find people is in the nomadic settlements like the one I'm from. If anything, we have more sheep than people. Wow, really? I'm starting to feel like we're traveling to a country locked in time or something. Hee, it sounds like a scene right out of a picture book. In addition to the scenery, the Nord Highlands are also well known for their breeding and raising of horses. Most of the war horses used by the Imperial Army are descended from Highland stock. That's true. Horses are essential to the livelihood of the folks in my village. Raising horses to be used by the Erebonians is one of my people's primary source of income. Come to think of it, I seem to remember hearing that the horse we have at home was raised in Nord too. Isn't that also true of the horses the riding club uses? Correct. All of them originally came from Nord. Even the golden stallion on the Empire's emblem is said to depict a warhorse raised in the Highlands. Or so the story goes, at least. Nord has deep historical ties to the Empire. We know today that it's where Emperor Dracos first started building his army after all. That's right, the Imperial Army still maintains a base on the southern edge of the Highlands, Zendergate. That's as far north as the trains can take us. I see. We should arrive there somewhere around 4 in the afternoon then. Yeah, but it's just past 8 a.m. now. We should reach Ruhr Station by midday. After that, we have another 4 or so hours on the freight train to Nord. Looks like we're in it for the long haul. Still, we won't get chances like this often, so let's try and make the most of it. Talk to everybody. Not too much longer now. I guess this will be your first time back home since you started at Thoris, right? Does it feel a little awkward going back after you ran away from home? A little, yeah. At least we're only changing trains though, so I don't have to leave the station. I haven't been in Ruhr since I switched lines there on the way to Trista. Oh right, I almost forgot. If you came from Ymir, whatever, you have had to gone through Ruhr. I visited Emer once when I was a kid, but I haven't been there since. I remember it being a really nice place though. The scenery was so beautiful. Didn't know you'd actually been there. Yeah, it really is beautiful. A place that nice doesn't really fit a guy like me. Are you still sulking over what that twit said during our last practical exam? I hate the House of Hyam's little mine. And they're full of a third son, even less. I don't think he meant most of those awful things he said. Yeah, it seems like his anger just got the better of him. I'll bet he regretted it later. He didn't, guys. And regardless of what he thinks, we all think you're a swell guy, as a classmate and as a friend. So don't be so hard on yourself. Thanks, guys. It means a lot to hear you say that. You're so hopeless sometimes, Reem. Anyway, let's get in and out of Ruhr Station as quickly as we can. We need to find that freight train we're taking the rest of the way to Nord as soon as we get there. Good lord, my mouth is dry from I've read so much. Okay. Okay, I think everyone only has 2 things to say. Alright, let's go to Emma. It's easy to forget, but in traveling to the Nord Highlands, we'll actually be leaving the country. It feels strange heading out beyond our borders, a little emotional even. Yeah, we've got a long journey ahead of us. I can only wonder what kinds of things it'll have us doing when we get there. I can't even begin to imagine. Each month seems to throw something new at us. I am a little worried about how Fie is holding up, though. Yeah, there's definitely something going on between her and Laura. But I'm not sure there's anything we can do about that. I'm sure Elliot and Marcus will keep an eye on those 2 for us. We've got our own battles to face. I'd like us all to come back from this trip in one piece. You're right, of course. What is it that makes Fie and Laura regard each other so coldly? I just hope maybe they'll find something during their field study that helps patch things up between them. Alright, let's talk to uses. I was waiting for this. The horses of Nord Highlands are known for being some of the finest on the continent. With their solid builds, high endurance, and steadfast loyalty to their masters, they truly are the ideal steeds. The Highlands are far from the only place that raises horses, but the horses from Nord are in a class all their own. Sounds like you couldn't find a better horse if you searched across the Empire. Well, now I can see why Arthur's is an impressive specimen. Who? Oh, Arthur's, the horse we have back at home. My dad would often ride him out hunting with our old dog. Badoo? Back when I was a kid, he'd lift me up on his back and let me ride around. I see. This will be an excellent opportunity to learn more about how the Empire's finest horses are raised right at the source. Wow, he seems like he's really into this. Yeah, I know, like he keeps mentioning it. Ever since the Orbital Revolution, the Imperial Army has become more and more reliant on machines. But even in spite of that, the horses of Nord are still highly prized across the whole of the Empire. The Highlands may not be within Erebonia's borders, but the intertwining of our histories goes back centuries. You gotta love Juicy's like plaid pants for some reason. Well, here's a sight for sore eyes. Haven't soaked in scenery like this since I first came to Trista. I hope everyone in this settlement is doing well. Seems happy to be headed home. I've always been curious. How did you end up coming to Thors anyway? Well, about a year ago, I met a general in the Imperial Army up in Nord. One thing led to another, and he ended up giving me a recommendation to attend the academy. He was strangely adamant that my skill with a spear would come in handy during my time at Thors. Guess he was right. I can see why an Imperial general might take interest in your spearmanship. Our cavalry's lance and spear training has its origins not just in the tales of Eisenritter, but in the traditions of the Highlands as well. Oh, that's pretty interesting. It's just recently that I've been learning how far back the connection between Nord and Erebonia goes. Indeed. I'm truly grateful to the guidance of the wind for allowing me to receive that recommendation when I did. After all, if I hadn't, I might never have met all of you, and my life would be the lesser for it. Oh my gosh, guys, he's just a nice guy. Jesus Christ. I'm thankful to God, I'm thankful to the wind, I'm thankful. Alright, we're gonna play Blade against everybody and lose.
Let's get started. on, draw a card.
Alright. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Oh, same score? We better draw again. After you, then.
Oh, I got the lowest score. Okay. I gotta pick something that's higher than 7. Okay.
Bolt!
I'll use this 2 over here. Higher than 16.
Bolt!
Let's see here. Look at this 6.
Bolt!
She has a lot of fucking bolts, I know that much.
Mirror!
Bring that
What?
shit back.
You can't do that!
I just did. Oh my god.
I won!
There's nothing I can do there. Guess her link goes up. Right, Emma, your turn.
Please go easy on me. Shall we draw then? Oh, it looks as though the first move is yours.
Why am I getting shitty cards all the time?
Ah, we have the same score. Let's draw again. Allow me to play first then. I'm gonna use a bolt card. I'm gonna use a bolt card.
So what?
I'm gonna use a bolt card.
How many bolt cards do you have? God damn. 6.
I'm gonna use a bolt card.
Okay, let's do 6 again. Let's see, 6 would do it.
Ouch, I wasn't expecting that. Oh no, this could be trouble. Oh no, this could be trouble.
Oh my god, we tied.
Ah, we have the same score. Let's draw again.
Okay, here you go.
Allow me to play first then. Oh no, you beat me.
Yes. Okay, I thought I was gonna switch it up. Finally. These are some interesting matches now. Alright, use this.
If we have to.
Yes, we have to.
Draw a card. I'll be going first.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's get that 5 out there.
Take this.
Everyone has so many bolts, I don't understand. Oh shit.
We have the same score. Let's redraw.
I guess I don't
I'll
lose.
be going first. Take this.
Let's get 2 then. Let's see.
We have the same score. Let's redraw.
Let's see if this actually helps me drawing all the time.
Go ahead then.
5.
Take this.
5.
How about this?
Wow. 6.
Now you've done it.
Oof, just barely.
Oh, you impertinent little... My victory was assured from the start.
What? I couldn't do my card? Alright. I don't know, I guess because that's not a numbered card. So maybe I shouldn't leave those cards that bolts and mirrors. Maybe I shouldn't use those for last. I should actually use those.
Shall we begin? Go ahead and draw. I'll go first then. I'll use a bolt.
Let's see.
Well done.
Stop being so fucking nice.
Huh. Well played. Huh. Well played. Well done.
God dang.
It seems the winds were on my side.
Yeah, I guess so. These are getting hard to win. Alright, we've done everything. I'm gonna save. Alright, we're done talking for today. Also, my mouth is so dry, I'm definitely gonna drink something after this. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The special express line is bound for Brewer. Our next stop is Brewer, the terminus of this express line. Please ensure you have all your belongings with you when disembarking the train. Here we are. This is my first visit to the Empire's industrial metropolis. Actually, it's my first time too. I passed through when I first came to the academy, but even then, I couldn't see why people associate it. I could see why people associate it with industry. It feels like the whole city's one big massive iron. Yeah, it really does have that vibe. What are those cone-shaped towers out in the distance anyway? Oh, those are the orbital generators for the industrial plants. There are tons of large factories in the city, so they need those to create all the orbital energy needed to power them. But wow, really? If I weren't seeing it for myself, I'd be hard-pressed to imagine a city like this. Super urban. So are we going to be able to explore, or are we just going to talk about it? I can't really pronounce Ruhr that well because I have trouble pronouncing R's in general. Oh my god, look, it's that husband again. It may not be him. Well, we finally arrived, or we finally made it as far as Ruhr. We'll need to transfer it to a freight line to reach the North Highlands from here, right? Right. There'll be a freight train leaving from Platform 4 that we need to board. Platform 4 is up the staircase and to the left, I think. Alright, let's not waste any time then. They really let us explore around here. Okay, let's talk to everybody. Right, I'm heading off. Okay, don't forget to write, or to maintain proper hygiene, and make sure you eat a balanced diet. Jeez. I know, I can look after myself, sis. You better promise to come back home on the very next vacation you get. I promise. This is the same lady. I didn't know she had a kid, though. He's always so excitable, but I do wish he had a volume control knob sometimes. Wow, look at all those trains. This is the coolest. It begins at 3 o'clock. Would you like to check in at the hotel first? What time was the conference again? I see the train to Heimdall has finally arrived. I missed the train I was originally hoping to board, but I'm holding out hope that I won't miss my business meeting. See that? I can hardly believe I've made it all the way to Ruhr. I never imagined that he would be such a dogged pursuer. Hey, it's the sightseers. We're here to visit a friend. Dad does this every time we get off the train. I suppose he is getting up there in years, though. We're finally here. The 4-hour journey from Heimdall never plays nice with my back. Oh, my apologies, but we're currently cleaning this area. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. Oh no, I'm sure that's for plot reasons. I can't stop you. Okay, so let's go up here. Come to think of it, it's already past noon. Perhaps we should purchase some lunches for the rest of our journey? Sounds like a plan. We still have another 4 hours to go. We're going to need to eat something between now and dinner. It seems highly unlikely a freight train would be equipped with vending machines or other such comforts either. We'll need to go through the ticket gate then. There's a shop in the main part of the station that sells pre-packed lunches.
Oh, there won't be any need for that.
Oh my god.
What?
No way.
Sharon?
Jesus Christ, he followed the shit out of them.
How did you get here before us? The power of my love for you allows me to do the impossible, my lady. And as you'll see, I've prepared packed lunches for all of you that far surpass this morning's offerings. I do hope you'll enjoy them.
Holy shit.
Thanks.
How in the world? Received a special packed lunch for each member of the group.
We really appreciate you going to all the trouble to make these for us.
True. That said, I'm really curious how you got here before us.
It seems that the Reinford family's maid enjoys a little amusement at the expense of her employer. I imagine you transferred to an airship in the capital?
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? You can cut the time from Heimdall to Ruhr in half if you travel by airship, I think.
You got me. I took advantage of the opportunity to borrow the airship's kitchen so I could make your lunches as well.
Airship
They're
has a
quite
kitchen?
fresh, so take a moment to savor the taste.
Well, thank you.
We really do appreciate all you're doing for us.
Honestly, I knew you had to be up to something.
You're not planning on coming all the way to the Nord Highlands with us now, are you?
I'd love to, but unfortunately, I have some other business I must attend to. I may not be able to return to Trista for a while either.
Other business? Sharon will be assisting me with my work.
Hey, is that your mom?
Mom,
Oh my gosh, it's her.
Mother?
Hello, Elisa. Ah, you all must be members of Class 7.
I guess she's in Ruhr now.
I'm Elisa's mother, Irina. Also the chairman of the Reinford Group. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. I'm Reen Schwarzer.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Emma Milstein.
Gaius Warzel. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alvarea. A pleasure.
I'm glad you're all managing to get along with my obstinate daughter. I wish I could stay a while, but unfortunately I have work that can't wait. Come along, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. What?
Seriously? You show up like this and that's all you have to say? It's always work with you, isn't it? You probably didn't even notice I left home until I was already gone. Now it's just, hello, Elisa, and that's it?
My lady.
I did get the impression her relationship with her mother wasn't all sunshine and gumdrops.
Seems there's a lot of friction between them.
You can live your life however you see fit. I have no intention of forcing the Reinford Group on you. Even if you decide to follow a certain someone's path and cast aside all sense of responsibility, it's your choice to make. Besides, I still manage to keep myself informed of the general goings-on in your academic life, in the monthly reports I receive from the Academy.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do that
Sharon
shit.
would relay back information about me. But reports from the Academy itself?
Oh, you must not have known.
They even send the fucking test to your parents.
In addition to my other responsibilities, I also sit on the Academy's board of directors.
Oh my, that means...
How does she not know this?
Just like Rufus.
It does appear that way. I'd certainly deem the chairman of the Reinford Group a canny choice as a member of the board.
The Reinford Group is heavily involved in the development of the Orbital staff, as well as your Arcus.
Isn't it a little weird that Class 7 has connections to both the directors of the and then also to the 4 great houses? Holy shit, so much connections. Class 7
I
is
must say,
special.
I'm quite pleased with the reports I've received on your usage of both. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this month's field study as well. Do give me some good reading, won't you?
Please excuse us, my lady. Take care during the rest of your journey.
Elisa,
You all right?
Whoa, what was that? She's on her knees? What's happening? Damn it. I thought I finally had her out of my hair, but it looks like she was one step ahead of me this whole time. I take it you and your mother aren't on good terms then? Yeah, I think that much was abundantly clear. Things have been rocky between us for a long time now. Once I left home, that was the first step that led me to enrolling in the academy. But how was I supposed to know I'd gone to sign up for the school she sits on the board of directors of? How could I have been so stupid? Why didn't I conduct a more thorough investigation before I made my choice? I don't know what to say. You have our sympathies, I suppose. Is her mother being on the board of directors really such a problem? Well, it's complicated. Usually she seems like she's only interested in her work, but then she'll suddenly start meddling in my life. She says to just do what I want, but it always turns out that wherever I go, she's there ahead of me, just like today. I should have known something was up. The bank account my grandfather gave me to cover my academy expenses hasn't taken a dip since my first day at Thor's. So your mother's been paying your bills this whole time. It does seem like a strong possibility, especially considering her presence on the board of directors. I can't see what you're grousing about. Most people would be grateful to have a parent display that much interest. Oh, what? At least your mother spared the time to come and greet us. At least she showed the slightest trace of interest in you and your classmates. Oh. Useless. Forget it. Oh, what? Okay. You know what, Useless? I can relate. You know, people, like, are upset about their parents. Oh no, they did this one thing wrong. I don't like that they don't do this thing. But then we on the other end are like, damn, at least they showed some fucking interest. Like, fuck. Some fathers just aren't there sometimes, and you don't know them at all. Well, we just entered a tunnel. The first of many, now that we're going through the mountains. I see. Oh, also, and also, it could be the case that, you know, you're adopted like Rena's, and maybe your parents have passed away or something like that. But you wouldn't have known them anyways, but I don't know, I'm rambling. Anyway, how about we dig into those lunches Sharon made for us? That sounds good to me. Seems like she went out of her way to prepare them. Alright. If these are subpar because she had to make do with the airship's kitchen, I won't let her hear the end of it. Ha. Well, then let's dig in. I doubt it. She seems to be fucking amazing at cooking. Wow, so you're going to the Highlands for an academy field study? Sounds like you budding soldiers do some pretty interesting things as part of your training these days. I suppose you could say that. Or it seems quite different from most other military academies in that regard, though. Still, it feels pretty neat to see you all dressed up in your uniforms. They look pretty sharp on you. Okay, so there must be other military academies. I thought there was just the military academy. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Even at the academy, Gaius always stands out because of his height. Yeah, he towers over even the second years. Are all the people in your settlement of a similar height? Nah, I'd say my dad's the only one who really has height on me. My younger brother's fairly short, though. I wouldn't doubt he has another growth spurt coming his way. I seem to remember you mentioning you have quite a few siblings. A younger brother and 2 younger sisters, to be exact. They're a little on the shy side, but I hope you get along with them. Can do. Still, if you look through the window, it really feels like we're getting close to the Highlands now. Indeed. Man, seeing you kids rushing off on some adventure kind of makes me jealous. Anyway, we're about halfway through the Isengard range now. We should reach Xandergate in 2 hours or so take this time to relax. Thank you. We appreciate the info. Oh, my dry lips. Not lips, but dry mouth. Did you meet him back in the spring when you were on your way to Trista? Yeah, made the same trip back then too. He had plenty of time to kill, so he taught me about Erebonian culture. Sounds like a pretty nice guy. I'll bet that serves as a pretty useful primer. It did. There are a lot of people I'm thankful to for helping me come this far. But most of all, I'm thankful for the winds and to the goddess. The winds and the goddess. Classic Gaius. The winds and the goddess. It's a female god, so it's, I don't know. I don't know. It's still just as make-believe as ever. Hey, that looks like we ought to be coming out of the last tunnel any time now. I see. Alyssa, Eustace, we're almost there. Oh, they fell asleep. Oh, the two blonde people fell asleep. Okay. Oh. So this is... I can only just make it out in the distance, but it looks like that's it. So that's the Nord Highlands. I'll admit, it appears even more breathtaking than I was expecting. I'll be even happier to hear you say so once you see it up close. It's like 4:30, I guess. Zendergate. Or Xander, never know. Oh, the military music. Ah, you've arrived. Hey, is that the person that Gaius knows or something? It's a pleasure to see you again, Lieutenant General. Oh, that's the guy that probably recommended him. Likewise, it's been months since I last saw you. Seems almost surreal to see you standing there in a military academy uniform. Oh, this is the first time I've seen the Thor's ensemble in red. This is the color they use for my class, Class 7. It looks like he's pretty high up in the Imperial Army. Yeah, I'm betting he's the Lieutenant General in the charge of Zendergate. He seems quite close to Gaius. An Imperial General with an eye patch? That seems familiar somehow. These must be your classmates. Indeed, these are about half of my classmates from Class 7. I'm Rean Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Alyssa Reinford, sir. I'm Emma Milstein, sir. Eustace Alvaria. It's an honor. Seems like you classmates are as interesting a bunch as I'd heard. Zex Vander. Okay. I'm Zex Vander, commanding officer of the Imperial Army 3rd Armored Division. Pleased to finally meet you. One-eyed Zex? So you're one of the guardians of the Arner family. Oh, it seems some of you already know me. A guardian of the Arner family. Ah, now I remember. The Vanders are a celebrated military family responsible for the protection of the Imperial family. And one-eyed Zex Vander is said to be one of the Imperial Army's finest generals. They say the Vander and the Arside schools of swordsmanship are the two most renowned styles in Erebonia. It's truly an honor to meet you, sir. I think he came from... I think Lara came from one of those and Rean from somewhere else. I'm just a military man, hardly deserving of quite that level of praise. I'd love to hear about all of you and your excursion to the Highlands, but unfortunately we don't have the time. You should set out as soon as possible if you want to reach the settlement by nightfall. I agree. Were you able to take care of all the arrangements? I did, rest assured. What arrangements? We need to head out now if you want to reach Gaius' home by sundown, right? Right. Which is why I asked the Lieutenant General to arrange some transportation for us. Alright. Just follow me and I'll show you the way. Okay, I thought we were about to be walking all the way there and battles and it's another dungeon or some shit. Oh, I remember this from the very beginning. I guess we're in the Nord Highlands in the weird intro. Wow. I kind of like the song. Of course we're using a damn flute. It's simply breathtaking. I had no idea land so beautiful lay at the far end of the railway. Honestly, I suppose words are woefully insufficient in the face of such majesty. Glad to hear you think so. We're just gonna be riding horses then? Horses? Are you saying we're to travel to the settlement on horseback? The Highlands are way too vast to cover in any ensemble length of time on foot. You'll be fine. You're a member of the riding club, and Rena and Alyssa both have riding experience, right? But what about Emma? Yeah, I think I can manage. I learned back at home, so I should be okay as long as we aren't making any trick jumps or anything. I'm afraid I've never ridden a horse before. Not a problem. You can just hitch a ride on the back of someone else's horse. Alyssa would probably be the best choice considering the balance of weight. I can do that. Is that alright with you, Emma? I'm sorry, Reen looks lighter than Alyssa. Like, he also doesn't have any boobage going on. But okay. Yes, although I do feel a little nervous. Let's mount up at once then. Will I be riding with the horse? Like controlling it with my... Probably not. Okay, steady now. Steady. This is a fine horse. Are you doing okay back there, Emma? Yes, I'm fine, I think. Make sure to hold on tight when we start moving. This should be a fun trip. They're all top quality horses raised here in the Highlands. At a good clip, you should be able to reach the settlement in under an hour. Oh, and before I forget, I'm sure guys won't have much need of this, but the rest of you should take a map of the Highlands. A map? Great. Wow. Such a high level of detail. It looks as though the Army's surveying expertise is being put to good use. Indeed, I hope it'll prove useful during your field study. Thank you very much, sir. Alright, that's about it from me. You should be heading out. May the blessings of the winds and the goddess be with you. Give my regards to the elder in Lakan. Laken, who knows? We will. Thank you for seeing us off, sir. If you'll excuse us then. We're really on a horse.
This is worlds apart from the bustle of the city.
It really is. I feel like I'm one with the wind.
Indeed, but if you didn't go too fast, that would be great.
I'm sure it will feel natural in time. No doubt the riding club would be fuming with envy if they could see us now.
I'll bet.
Anyway, my home settlement is due northeast of here. Hopefully we'll be able to reach it before sundown.
Right.
Let's move.
How to ride oh my gosh. Horseback riding controls are largely the same as those for regular movement. Use the left stick to move and dash by pressing the R1 button. Oh, that's sweet. You can switch them around. I want to ride with the two girls.
Yeah.
Alright guys. Now that I feel like I'm playing Breath of the Wild all of a sudden, let's stop it here because I've been playing for quite some time and this will probably actually be a longer video. But who cares? I had fun playing it. So if you've enjoyed this, subscribe to me for more episodes if you want to know when I come out with new ones. As always, can't wait to see you next time. Bye bye.